Hi everyone, it's July 2nd, 2013. I'm Dwight Schmuck. This is the Schmuck Look. I want to talk some more today about the Edward Snowden, CIA, NSA, government charging, and our government charging him with espionage mess. I'm going to tell you here, right now, and I'm going to be the only one to tell you the real reason behind the witch hunt they're giving Mr. Snowden. And they've asked China, Hong Kong to extradite him to here. Charging him with espionage can be a death penalty offense if the government wins, because he did turn over classified materials to 2 newspapers. One here, one abroad. And they could face penalties too for printing it, and yada yada yada, blah blah blah. I'm going to tell you, and I'll be the schmuck who brings it right out to the open here, why they're going after Ed Snowden so hard, so fast, so furiously. It's because he made them look like the pussies and dumb shits they are. How ineffectual they really, really are. Here you got this guy. Youngish guy, 30s, and he's he's a private contractor. Pretty much means he gets to work at home, because he's a computer guy. We used to call him computer geek, but what have you. And he's getting all this information from who knows where, and summarizing it and collating and stuff, and yada yada yada, blah 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 blah. And he runs across these files about, all of a sudden, our telephones, hundreds of thousands at a time, for no discernible good reason other than, well, we're going to cast a wide net, see what it brings in, type of deal, which the Constitution prohibits, by the by and by the way. You got to have probable cause, you got to have reasonable suspicion, okay, that kind of thing. You just don't cast a net out there and see what you trawl in. So, this guy did America a favor. Well, it has pissed off everybody in Washington, D.C. Because, okay, let's keep with Mr. Snowden here. He's living in Hawaii, which is probably one of the most expensive states to live in. There's, I don't know how damn many people. It's an island. How much water can they possibly have? Really? So they import a whole lot of that, right to start with. And of course that means sewage. Where does that all go? Yada yada yada, blah 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 blah. Extrapolate from there. Now our government is paying this private contractor 200 G's a year. That's as much as a senator makes. They couldn't find somebody in the ranks of the CIA to do this job. They had to ship it off to this private contractor at 200,000 of our tax dollars a year. Somebody there, I think, screwed up a bunch. That guy needs to be fired yesterday. He spent 200 G's of your and my money, our money, on what most assuredly could have been handled right there at Langley. Come on, let's get with the program of austerity here. If I gotta be sequestered, an old disabled guy in pain every damn day of his life, you can do some cost cutting too. And now the copper, they're giving this guy all this classified information, and he's collecting it, keeping it, storing it. There's ways to find that out via somebody else's computer. Was nobody supervising this guy? They weren't keeping watch. Granted, Hong Kong is not as far away from Hawaii as Washington, D.C. is, but they could have noticed he was going out of town. Somebody should have been checking the airports immediately. Not, oh, I thought about it, and, well, I had to get approval, because I had to get approval. Which brings me to my final real point here. Edward Snowden, to my mind, is a hero. He released this information. Yes, it is classified. But were I in his shoes, I'd be running too, until they agreed to. And like I said, the government has asked Hong Kong to extradite him. I'm thinking they will, or they already have, but hopefully with the proviso that he neither gets the death penalty nor life imprisonment. I mean, let's face it, what this guy did really opened a whole lot of eyes to the government that doesn't trust any damn one of us. When did that happen? But think about it, folks. There's a whole lot of highly paid people here who get paid on our dimes, who didn't do the overseeing job they were supposed to do, that they get paid to do. Now they want to scream and cry, it's all this guy. Well, maybe it's not all this guy. Maybe it's those guys. Because what they were doing was spying on you and me. They were spying on us. And they don't understand for a moment why that breeds the distrust of government that breeds revolution. Something to think about 2 days before Independence Day. What should be this country's most revered of holidays. It's the day we asserted our independence from tyrants. It could happen again. I'm Dwight Schmuck. That's the Schmuck Look. And for once, I'm not giving my final goodbye.